Hey, what's up, guys? Can you see me? Can you see me? Can you see me? Okay, you can see me, right? Okay. Hi, what's up, guys? Guess what? This is my very first YouTube lives. I'm really excited right now. Wow, crazy. Wow, I'm really nervous. Okay. Relax, relax. Okay, don't panic, don't panic, okay? I can do it, I can do it, okay? Hey, what's up, guys? Okay, so the reason I'm doing this is because today is Christmas Eve in Japan. I know, depending on your area, maybe not yet, but at least in Japan, it's Christmas Eve. So I was like, why not do something different? Why not do something special? That's why I'm doing YouTube Live. Crazy, right? I'm so crazy. I'm really nervous. Wow. Okay, relax. Don't panic, okay? This is a big challenge, but I can do it. Shh. Okay, okay. So, okay. By the way, maybe you don't know this yet, but in Japan, Christmas Eve is like a couple day, not family day. So it's kind of similar to Valentine's Day in the West. But as you can guess, I'm single and I don't have anyone to go on a date. And I got to work today on Christmas Eve. How crazy is that? But I got to still some time. Yeah, I got to still some time. So why not connect with my subscribers on this special day? By the way, let me tell you, if you are watching this right now, thank you so much. I can't believe it if anyone is watching this right now. Yeah, really appreciate it. Thank you for taking the time. Having said that, maybe you don't know this. Maybe you don't know about me yet, right? Maybe you are wondering who the fuck this Japanese guy is, right? So let me introduce myself quickly. Hey guys, my name is Nobita, a native Japanese guy, and I'm a Japanese teacher. That's actually my main job in Japan. I'm teaching Japanese at a local Japanese language school, and I also have some online class recently. And I'm a Japanese YouTuber talking about Japan and Japanese people mainly. Sometimes not even Japan. Sorry about that. But yeah, mainly about Japan and Japanese people. I think I've been doing this channel about 2 years now. Yeah, about 2 years. And my strong passion is helping foreigners find their love in Japan. That's my strong passion. That's why my channel name is Find Your Love in Japan. Why? Okay, let me explain. So, teaching Japanese, I've noticed quite a few foreigners are anxious, especially about dating in Japan. Yeah, especially when it comes to dating in Japan. Many people saying like, oh, that's not gonna happen to me. That's impossible for me. Something like that. Okay, if you're actually not interested in dating in the first place, that's totally okay. You don't have to date in Japan if you don't like that. That's not obligation whatsoever. That's a personal choice. But if you are actually interested in that, why would you give up just because you are in Japan? Of course, maybe there are some difficulties like language barrier, culture difference, or parents' disapproval, or stuff like that. But that shouldn't be a reason you giving up dating, right? Giving up something you want in life. So basically, I want to encourage you, find your love in Japan. And this is not just about dating though, because in reality, a lot of foreigners are giving up so many other things also, like job, friends, or even just socializing in general. And that's what I want to change, okay? Of course, I'm not expecting people just watching my channel and they suddenly change their mind and willing to date in Japan. That's not gonna happen, obviously. But if my videos could kind of push you back, even just a little bit, to find your love in Japan, I couldn't be happier, honestly. So basically, that's all about my channel. And if that's something you are interested in, maybe you want to consider subscribing now. But if not, don't subscribe. I don't want you to waste your time. Your time is precious. So again, Thank you so much watching this right now. You are amazing. Wow, a lot of people are watching. Thank you for taking your time. So, okay, let me tell you what I'm going to talk about in this YouTube live exactly. I actually prepared some slideshow. So let me see if I can show you. Just a moment, please. I think I can show you. Hold on. Can you see that? Can you see that slideshow? Let me know if you can see this. Okay, so basically, the main purpose is I want to clear up the misconceptions about my channel and about me, which so many people are misunderstanding right now. Trust me, there are so many bad rumors out there. And those rumors are from what I see from the comments, emails, friends, and even response videos, which especially recently quite many people make and send me the link. And I just want to clear up those misconceptions in this video, okay? Having said that, obviously, not many people are going to watch this video, right? Because this is a live video, not a normal video. It's gonna be too long. Most people get bored and don't watch. But that's okay though. So the reason I chose a live video rather than a normal video is, if anyone is watching this right now, probably they are likely to be my core audience, right? And that's the people I do care about. I'm totally happy if they know the truth about my channel. Only they know the truth. I don't really care whatever other people say. Anyway, without further ado, let's get started. Just a moment, please. So, can you see the slideshow? Let me know if you can see this slideshow, okay? So, the misconception number one. Okay, so, yeah. Okay, many people are saying that I'm strongly against black people. And some people even say, I really don't like foreigners in general. I don't want them to come to Japan. Actually, I'm not gonna blame those people. That's completely understandable because some of my videos just look like that. Yeah, I look like I'm hating foreigners. And maybe you are wondering, why do you often make videos about black people? Actually, some people even say, why most of your videos are about black people? Okay, that's completely not true. Definitely not most, not even 10%, actually, not even 3%. But yeah, as far as my recent videos, maybe I've been uploading quite many videos about black people, as far as recent videos. And many people are asking me why. You haven't lived in the US or any foreign country that has many black people. And in Japan, there are not many black people. So it doesn't make any sense you make videos about black people. They are saying like that. And this is also what I often get. Many people say that I'm just trying to get many views, just trying to get attention from many people. You are just using black people for the views. Or some people even say you are xenophobia, anti-foreigner. And this is also quite common. You just don't like people of color, do you? They say, because in Japan, white skin is popular, especially among women. In fact, not many Japanese people prefer tanned skin. So you just don't like people of color, including black people, right? They are assuming like that. So let me clear this up strongly, because any of these things are not true. It's not true, okay? Okay, I do not hate black people. Trust me. Think about it. Why would anyone hate someone just based on the skin color? Of course, I'm sure some people do, but I just don't understand why. Okay, having said that, I admit, maybe I used to feel like unfamiliar about them. But that's simply because I rarely saw any black person in Japan when I was a kid. That's it. If you have never seen any Asian person where you live, probably you would feel the same way, right? But you're not gonna hate Asian people, right? Anyway, I don't hate black people. I don't hate white people. I don't hate any group of ethnicity or minority, you believe or not. So let me tell you the reason why I made many videos about black people. Not actually many, but I mean, as far as recently. Okay, as I said earlier, I'm a Japanese teacher. Even before I became a Japanese teacher, I was teaching Japanese as a volunteer, like only weekends. So as you can guess, the interactions with foreigners are quite a lot compared to other Japanese people. Japan is a homogeneous country. So maybe not many Japanese people interact with foreigners in Japan. But since I'm teaching Japanese as a job and I have a YouTube channel which I'm interviewing not only Japanese people but many foreigners, I think I'm really used to see a wide variety types of races and ethnicities compared to other Japanese people. So in my case specifically, I'm interacting with many foreigners in daily basis, even though Japan is a homogeneous country. And here's the thing, black students I'm teaching Japanese are quite many compared to other races. So I just often see them and interact with them, especially since I became a Japanese teacher. Actually, one of the classes I'm in charge right now are mostly black students. Of course, not everyone is from the US, though. But my point is, I just happened to see quite many black people and had a chance to observe their behavior, I mean. So I think that's where my curiosity came from. I think that's why I made quite many videos about black people. If you are teaching English to many Japanese people, probably you want to talk about Japanese people, right? If you are a YouTuber, probably you are going to make a video about Japanese people. If you are a blogger, probably you are going to make an article about Japanese people. The same thing, basically. Okay, so maybe your next question would be, why do you talk about them so negatively? Why you look like attacking black people? And it looks like you are defending white people. Okay, let me ask you. Let's say you have a best friend, okay? Obviously, you can see so many good things about that person. That's why you are being friends with that person, right? But one day, you happen to see some big issue about that person, and you honestly really don't like that. So which one would you like to do? Just ignore that program and just compliment, just flattering that friend because you don't want to hurt that feeling. Or you point out that program and completely honestly, you tell that program to the friend, even though the friendship might get worse. So which one would you be better for the friend? I mean, if you really care about the best friend, probably you're gonna choose the latter. You're gonna be brutally honest and tell the program, right? But I think not many people actually do this in reality. Quite many of my white friends told me, Nobita, I'm glad you made the video because as a white person, if I say something about black people, I immediately become a racist no matter what. Because I'm not a minority. They say, especially in the US, majority people talking about minority is kind of taboo. So it's important someone who is not white speaks about the race issue. That's actually what they told me. I'm not sure if it's true or not. But don't get me wrong. I do think most black people are not bad people. Actually, they are not bad people, majority. Because all my black students are actually great as a human being. I can see so many good things. They have a great personality. Actually, everyone has some good things and bad things, right? But when I happen to see victim mentality from many black people, yeah, especially from black people, I really wanted to address that issue rather than telling them, you guys are great, you guys awesome, no problem at all. Because if you are watching my channel, probably you are interested in coming to Japan or even living in Japan. And I don't want anyone who comes to Japan to have a victim mentality in Japan. That's really bad. If you are living in a diverse country like the US or Canada, and you come to Japan, remember, the environment is totally different. And you are going to be a minority in Japan. And maybe quite a few people are staring at you and treat you as an outsider. And maybe there are so many discriminations actually. And if you are already complaining a lot where you live and playing victim, even in a diverse country, probably that behavior is gonna continue in Japan. Think about Black Lives Matter, for example. I think maybe the similar movement might happen in Japan if many immigrants have a victim mentality. Okay, having all said that, I have to apologize something. I got many emails and Facebook messages from Black people, and they were really angry, obviously. But mainly because they say I was stereotyping all Black people in the video. If you also got the impression like that, I do apologize because I was actually not referring to all the entire Black people in the US. That's impossible. I do hate some Black people who are killing other Black people and saying like white people are racist. Those are the people I was talking about. Because those Black people are making other Black people look really bad. I only hate them. Remember, everything I was talking about is just a few some Black people behaving quite bad. And I know they are not representing the majority of the Black people. I should have definitely mentioned about that. That's completely my fault. And I was talking like only Black people have a victim mentality, right? Which is completely not true. So that's something I want to apologize if any Black person watching this right now. Can you see the slideshow? Can you see the slideshow? Okay. So basically, there are two things I have to apologize if any Black person is watching this. Maybe you are feeling like, why this guy accusing me personally, even though I did nothing wrong? I'm sorry, but I was not talking about you. I was talking about some Black people who are doing bad things, not you. And also, sorry. And also, victim mentality is not only Black people, right? Anyone could have, including me. But I was talking like only Black people have. That's not true. I'm sorry about that. I should have mentioned about that. That's my fault. Okay, so that's it. So let's go on to the next misconception I often get. This is quite funny, but you know what? The most requested question I often get on the comment section is, what do Japanese people think of Latinos? That's the most requested question I often get. I have to say this is the #1 request question on my channel. And maybe you're thinking like, you are making many videos about Black people, Muslims, gay people, pretty much any minority, but why you don't make any video about Latinos? That's not fair. Or maybe you are thinking like, you just don't like Latinos, right? You said you care about Black people, but you don't care about Latinos, right? You are racist. And again, that's because you just don't like people of color. People assuming like that. So let me explain why I don't make a video about Latinos. Okay? So that's not because I don't like them and I'm a racist. Again, I personally really don't care about your skin color. I really don't care no matter where you're from. But when I heard Latinos, the first thing came to my mind is, what is Latino actually? I mean, the word itself is not just familiar. I've never heard of that. Of course, right now, I already know that. I just Googled. I just figured out. But I didn't even know the word Latinos in the first place. That's actually my whole point. I think most Japanese people are not familiar to Latinos, and it's just difficult to talk about that. When I ask them the impression, probably they have nothing to say. Actually, I did ask Japanese people about Latinos a couple of months ago. I think I asked at least 10 Japanese people on the street and my Japanese friends also. Guess what happened? Most of them were saying like, what is a Latino? I'm just not familiar. Or they were saying like, I have nothing to say about them. There is no positive or negative image. This is exactly the same opinion as me, actually. I have nothing to talk about Latinos. To be honest with you, I can't even tell the difference between Latino and Hispanic. I just can't identify. I'm sorry if you feel offended by this, but probably many people can't tell the difference between Japanese and Koreans, right? Can you tell the difference between Japanese and Chinese exactly? I think many people can't. So my point is, I think for many Japanese people, Latinos are just not familiar and just difficult to make a video about that. Having said that, who knows, maybe someday I meet some Japanese people who are really interested in Latinos and that culture, and I can make a video about that. Who knows? Maybe that happens in the future. But at least for now, please understand, I just can't make a video about Latinos. And that's not because I hate Latinos, okay? So let's go on to the next. Sorry, I actually don't have much time, so. Okay, can you see the slideshow? Okay, so the misconception number 3. Can you see the slideshow? Oh, let me know if you can't see the slideshow, okay? So this is also really common question I often get. And I really feel bad. Many people say, why you are always yelling when speaking English? Why you are so stressful and look like you are pissed off? I'm really sorry if you are feeling like this watching my videos. But the thing is, I have no intention about that. I am not intentionally like yelling or speaking with a big anger. I promise, I am not actually angry when speaking English. I know it looks like it, but it's actually not. I'm not pissed off. Okay, here's the thing. Especially I'm speaking something I'm really into. If that subject is something I'm deeply passionate about, I tend to be like yelling and angry, which is horrible. I should definitely fix that. But anyway, it all comes down to this. I'm still not comfortable with speaking English. I wouldn't say I don't like speaking English, but not comfortable. The words just don't come out naturally like native speakers. And the reason I look like yelling or speaking too loud is because I can't speak English without consciously opening my mouth and stressing each word. So it often comes out really awkward. I know, I already know this actually, but just still difficult to fix that. Even nowadays, I'm sorry. So maybe you are wondering, then why you speak English? Why not just speak Japanese only and just put English subtitles? That's gonna be way easier for you, right? Okay, I have 2 reasons for that. Number 1, if I don't speak English, I never be able to speak English naturally. Let's say your Japanese really sucks right now. Really awkward like me. But if you don't speak Japanese in public, you never going to be good at that, right? I know my English sucks, embarrassing. So I should just speak Japanese only. I know that. But I don't want to give up something I really want to improve. Because if I improve my English more, I can connect with more people in the world And probably I can meet more great people. So many doors will open if I improve my English. Okay, the reason number 2. Many people who are watching my channel are learning Japanese language. They are studying Japanese. I have so many audience of Japanese learners. And watching me, I wanna encourage you to speak Japanese. I want you to think like this. Oh, maybe it's totally okay to speak a second language, even if it's really awkward, accent is horrible, just like this guy. Watching a native Japanese guy speaking English really awkwardly, maybe it's totally okay for me as well to speak Japanese a lot without being afraid of making mistakes. That's my intention. That's my real message, me speaking English on my channel. Okay? Speaking Japanese, not easy, right? And can be intimidating. I know that. But if you wanna connect with Japanese people and find your love in Japan, you just have to speak Japanese. I know I've been saying this all the time. I'm sure many of my audience are sick and tired of hearing this, right? But I have to emphasize this many times because so many foreigners actually neglect this in Japan. Of course, I know. Maybe you can connect with Japanese people without speaking any Japanese in Japan. That's possible. Some Japanese people speak English pretty well. So technically speaking, you don't have to speak any Japanese in Japan. You can definitely survive. And you can still enjoy a lot of things in Japan. But think about how many opportunities you can get. How many Japanese people you can meet and talk with in Japan if you just speak Japanese a little bit. That's tremendous, guys. That's more than you can imagine. Now, many people asking me about multiculturalism. I'm kind of 50-50 on that, honestly. I think nothing wrong with having different cultures and immigrants. Yeah, that would be beneficial to our country. As long as they follow the rules and speak the same language, that's the minimum condition, in my opinion. Otherwise, how could you share your own culture to the Japanese people? How could you express your opinion, your different viewpoint? Impossible, right? So, having different culture is totally okay for Japan, but speaking the same language and communicating with each other frequently is necessary. That's the key if Japan wants to increase more immigrants in the future. The main public language should be Japanese, and all the people who live in Japan should speak Japanese, right? That's what I'm hoping for as a native Japanese person. Don't worry, we don't care. Sorry, I can't speak for everyone, obviously, but at least I don't care your Japanese is fluent or not. Even if it's really awkward, just like me, I definitely don't mind. Actually, the fact you are speaking Japanese is really impressive. At this point, I want to be friends with you more. Why? Because that shows you are trying, you are willing to connect with Japanese people, right? That's really appreciated because in reality, quite many Japanese people are shy. So I think the majority of Japanese people are really appreciate when you speak Japanese. And that's gonna increase your chance of success in Japan. And more likely, you can find your love in Japan. Okay, so let's go on to the next misconception. Can you see the slideshow? Let me know if you can see, okay? So this is the misconception number 4. Okay, so okay, I think a lot of people misunderstanding about this and saying like, why you are so insecure about yourself? You are not a handsome guy, but not so bad actually. So let me clear this up. Okay, first of all, I call myself ugly. Not because I don't like myself. I'm hating myself and really insecure about going out and talking with anyone. That's not the case. Actually, quite opposite. I really like myself. And that's why sometimes I'm like too confident and too arrogant, right? I'm sorry about that. Yeah, sometimes I'm too arrogant. So why do I call myself ugly? Okay, I'm actually saying this objectively, not subjectively. Here's what I mean. When I was in university back in the days, there was a contest, which is who is the ugliest guy in the university? And I was chosen. Not only that, the other day, I asked my 10 Japanese female coworkers and friends if I'm actually ugly or not. And guess what? 9 to 10, 90% of them actually said I'm ugly. Don't get me wrong. They didn't say like, I don't like you. I don't want to talk with you because you are too ugly. They didn't say like that. But just based on the survey, I'm just considered ugly. I'm not sure in your country, but at least in Japan, I'm definitely ugly. This is just fact. I'm saying this objectively. And I just have to accept that whether I like it or not. If you are fat, you have to admit that you are fat. Don't pretend like you are not. So, but to be honest with you, I don't care whether I'm ugly or not, to be honest. I don't think that actually matters in life. Being ugly doesn't mean you suck as a human being, right? Of course, I know. Maybe some people don't want to date or even talk with you just based on the looks. But I don't want to hang out with those people anyway. So it just doesn't matter. And I think this applies to anything. I'm not rich, I'm not handsome, but I don't think that's a big deal in life. Who cares, right? I don't want to care about something I can't change. I want to focus on something I can change. And this is the biggest reason, okay? Which one would you be more encouraged when you are watching YouTube? A really handsome guy talking with many attractive girls and picking up or stuff like that. Or a really handsome, a really ugly guy going out and talking with a lot of people, including attractive women. So which one would you think like, wow, I can do it. I can also do it. Which one would you be more encouraging for you? Obviously, the latter. Because majority of the guys are not super handsome in reality. And I think everyone has some insecurity, more or less, when it comes to socializing with people. Even if you are actually really handsome and good looking, you might feel insecure when talking to someone, especially if you are in a foreign country or different culture environment like Japan. So that's why I call myself ugly. I want you to think like that. Even if you are not good looking, like Tom Cruise, you can interact with people and enjoy socializing and dating, even if you are in a foreign country like Japan. Okay, aside from that, I know language barrier can be intimidating, scary, right? But here's the thing. If you don't speak Japanese in the first place, you will never overcome language barrier because you never improve your Japanese. When I, when I was living in Canada, my English was actually beyond horrible. I could barely introduce myself and just say only simple words. I couldn't have any conversation more than 3 minutes, even 3 minutes. But look where I am now. I know my English is not good, far away from perfect, a lot of mistakes. But at least I can have a good conversation with pretty much anyone in Japan, whether Japanese or foreigners. This is really amazing, guys. And imagine if you could have the ability to be able to talk with anyone in Japan, including older generation, how would you feel? Don't you feel like that's amazing? Don't you think maybe you can find your love in Japan, right? So that's why if you go to Japan, I want you to actively go out and talk with as many Japanese people as possible. Because doing that, not only you're gonna improve your Japanese skills, but also you are discovering something you still don't know on the internet. Trust me, Japan is actually more than what you imagine on the internet. There are still so many interesting cultures and awesome people out there. I want you to discover that. Anyway, let's go on to the next. Sorry, actually, this is the last one. Thank you so much if you are still watching. And let me know if you can see the slideshow, okay? I'm not sure about that. Okay, so this is actually the last. So hang in there. Thank you so much if you are still watching. Okay, yeah. Okay, this is the last one. And probably you are also wondering this, right? Many people say like, your channel is about dating in Japan, but why you are not willing to date anyone? Why you are not interested in dating someone? Yeah, I can totally understand. It seems like that's a contradiction, right? Basically, you are not interested in dating someone, but why you make videos about dating? It seems like it doesn't make any sense, right? Some people even assume I'm a bisexual or something. Okay, here's the thing. I'm not bisexual, first of all. I'm actually interested in having sex with a girl I'm really into, I deeply fall in love with. And of course, it would be great if I can date someone I can truly connect with. But that's just not my first priority right now. Because here's the thing. I become happier if I can help someone date rather than me dating someone. I'm just more interested in that. That's exactly the same thing when I'm teaching Japanese. Nothing is more rewarding than seeing my students improving the Japanese skills day by day and improving the life in Japan. When I actually see that, I couldn't be happier, honestly. Of course, that's not entirely because of me. That's mainly because of their effort, not me. But my point is, if I can contribute someone to improve the life in Japan, even just a little bit, I become so happier. Let me ask you, when is the last time you felt so rewarded and you felt like, I'm so glad I'm alive now? Probably it's not the time when you got something like video game, smartphone, Japanese food, or something tangible. Of course, you still feel happy, but when you contribute, when you help somebody, how would you feel? Don't you feel like, I'm really happy. I really like myself. I'm proud of myself because I'm doing something meaningful. You see, I want to get this feeling as much as I can. It's like parents doing something for the kids. Think about how many things your parents were giving you in the past. Providing food, education, house. That's a lot, right? A lot of sacrifice and a lot of hard work for you. Why would they do that? That's because they become happier when they see your success, when they see your happiness. So that's why I want to help you find your love in Japan. That's gonna make me happier rather than me dating someone. Basically, your happiness is my happiness. So let me do my job. Let me do something to make you happy in order to make me happy. Okay, that's it. Sorry guys. I gotta go now. Actually, I was planning Q&A, but unfortunately there's no time because I got online class in 10 minutes. Sorry, I'm really bad at time management actually. I was talking too much, sorry. I was planning Q&A, but anyway, thank you so much if you are still watching. You guys are amazing. You must be really patient watching this video. Okay, so lastly, do me a favor. Basically two things. Tell me, how many times I said find your love in Japan in this video? Leave a comment below. And number two, tell me, what do you think about this type of content? I mean, YouTube Live. Would you like to see another one? Like I said, this is my first YouTube Live. This is my first attempt. So let me know if you like it or not. Leave the comment below. I'm gonna definitely check that. and response as much as I can. Okay, that's it. Thank you. Thank you for watching. Merry Christmas, guys. Bye bye. Thank you. Thank you so much for watching.